This is 12 on your side at 6.
Richmond, play ball. After years of plans and promises, it's opening day at CarMax Park.
Just incredibly excited right now. I mean, this is the final push leading into opening CarMax Park.
This is more than a new stadium. It's a new chapter for the city and a home run for longtime fans.
Every seat's a good view. I've walked around and sat in every section.
Tonight, we're stepping inside for the sights, the sounds, and that can't-miss ballpark energy. This is RVA Baseball, a new era.
Thank you for being with us on this monumental day. I'm Jasmine Turner.
And I'm Curt Autry at CarMax Park, and I am in the squirrel's nest. This is where all of the merchandise is. The gates have been open for about 20 minutes, and let's pan over this way. This place is absolutely packed. It's amazing. They have all kinds of swag here, shirts, caps, baseballs, souvenirs of every kind. And it's all here and ready to buy. Now let me show you my game day drip. Got my squirrel's cap on. This is my quarter zip. And underneath, I've got my other shirt on, staying warm here. So I'm all hooked up for the inaugural day at this wonderful new $120 million ballpark. Now, just about 20 minutes ago, there was a ribbon cutting. I want to show you that video right now. If we could, roll that videotape. This was actually a joyous moment, and for some even emotional. There were actual tears. The mayor was there, a lot of dignitaries, and the reason for all the emotion, you know, for the Squirrels, this has been 16 years in the making. They were promised a baseball park within about 4 to 5 years. That didn't happen. They delayed, they delayed, they delayed. They couldn't find a way to finance it. Eventually they did. And this is a very special day, not only for them, but really for the entire city. Madison McNamee was at that ribbon cutting. She is just outside the squirrel's nest. There are actually 2 souvenir shops on this facility, so when you come here, you can go left or right, and you're going to find one of these places. I have one of these $20 inaugural balls here as well that I got for my grandkids, so we're going to get all the stuff that we have. So, Madison, let's go to you now. Tell us about that ribbon cutting.
Curt, it was just so exciting. I mean, that was the final piece, really, that was separating fans from this new era of baseball. And I actually got the chance to speak with Mayor Denny Avula right after, and he is warming up his arm because he's thrown out the first pitch here tonight. He said he's exchanging a text with Governor Abigail Spanberg about tips to try to make it to home plate. And he says he's actually a little bit nervous because there are so many fans here right now. Take a look at all of these people still entering CarMax Park. I mean, it's 1 hour until first pitch, and the lines are still just so packed out here. Yeah, we got some excited kids too. The ages, there's a big age range here today. And excitement is really the word that just keeps coming up with these fans as everybody is now a part of history. These crowds, they started early too. The parking lot was actually packed by about 4 o'clock, even though first pitch still not until 7 p.m. Some folks, though, were here even early. We actually got the chance to speak with some of the very first fans here, Jason and Tiffany Falls. They drove from Powhatan at 9 this morning with a case full of Mountain Dew and a lot of excitement to hold them over. It's a tradition they tell me they've done for the past 8 years, and in fact, they say they were the very first lock-in season passes here for this new park. So people, they're just channeling their excitement in all kinds of ways here today.
I've been the first person for the last 8 years, and I always get, and I think it's just fun for me to be out here. I think it shows dedication to your team. I think to me, coming this early and the kind of respect for.
And sad to say goodbye to the old park. And sad to say goodbye to the old park, the old ballpark, and to say hello to the new one.
It's really cool and make new memories.
We're just happy for Richmond and for the surrounding area. We're looking forward to
anything to make sure.
Just happy for Richmond and for the surrounding area. We're looking forward to
anything to make sure this experience lives up to the hype for.
everything to make sure this experience lives up to the hype for fans, from testing out the t-shirt toss machine to last-minute lawn trimming. It is really all in the details here because people have been waiting 16 years for this very moment, and that is why the Squirrels are going to be celebrating all week long. I know I've got my rally towel now. I'm ready to soak up this excitement too. It is just such a great time here. But for now, live at CarMax Park, Madison, McNamee, 12 on your side.
Yeah, it's all about the game day drip, and you're squared away. Thank you, Maddie, so much. Now, it's going to be chilly tonight. In fact, I may have to splurge and get one of these $25 fuzzy squirrel's nest blankets. Hopefully, I won't need that, but there's a woman who knows. That would be Megan Wise. She is standing by near the dugout. Let's toss it over to her now. How cold are we talking about tonight?
Hey, Curt, so we're going to fall into the 50s as we get into the game in a couple of hours. So hopefully you brought a jacket, or you could find Curt, maybe buy yourself a blanket. But right now I found this might be another great seat in the house. This is the outfield. I'm in right field here. We're sitting at the high tops. You can let your feet dangle. I mean, these are pretty comfortable. Go get yourself some food, get yourself a beverage. You've got a nice little area to watch the game. It's right over the bullpen as well, so you can watch the pitchers warm up. I will say, though, you really have to pay attention because we're not used to these outfield seats over at the Diamond. So if there's a home run, it's coming your way. So you got to make sure you pay attention. But I have been watching our First Alert weather app just to check the temperature, because within the last hour, when that breeze blows, it's out of the north, and it is a little just chilly. But we're still at 62 right now at CarMax Park. The sun is still shining. It's a beautiful evening. We couldn't ask for a better night here. We're dry all through the evening, but that first pitch, it starts at 7:05. We'll have temperatures that'll be in the upper 50s. And you can see on our hour-by-hour forecast, if you're at the game, you can just open up the First Alert weather app, and you can see by 8 o'clock we're in the mid-50s, still looking at that north-northeasterly breeze, so it'll still make it feel a little chillier. And then by 10 o'clock today, we're looking at the upper 40s, so when you're making your way out to the parking lot to go home, you'll definitely feel the chill in the air. So if you're coming out, I hope you have a great time, and I'll send it back to Curt.
All right, you know, you're going to want to stay around after the game, because actually we're going to have a massive fireworks display. So it may be down into the low 50s, maybe in the high 40s. I may have to get that blanket after all. I want to talk to you now about business and property values. This brand new stadium is the anchor tenant in the Diamond District, and it's driven surrounding property values through the roof. A lot of development is underway. Joel Vazquez has that part of our team coverage.
Yeah, today is the day that businesses I spoke with say they have been waiting for. From offering special Flying Squirrels menus to stocking up on ingredients and having all their staff at the ready, these businesses say they're making sure opening day is a grand slam. It's no ordinary day at Toast. The Gastro Hub sits just feet away from CarMax Park. The workers here have been waiting for this day for 2 years.
We really enjoyed being able to be a part of the Squirrels last season at the Diamond. I think that was really super special, and we're really excited to be at the forefront of this inaugural season at CarMax Park.
So excited, they've got a special game day menu featuring mozzarella sluggers, chili cheese chips, specialty drinks, and of course hot dogs.
People love the Flying Squirrels, and I think a lot of times it's good to get a little bit of food in your stomach before the excitement of the game. So I anticipate that just like last year, we'll see a lot more traffic before and after the games.
And they're not the only ones gearing up for the big day. Just down the street, Boulevard Burger and Brew has all hands on deck.
We'll have full house in the kitchen, full house out front. Our patio will be nice and set up and beautiful and ready to go. We do lots and lots of burgers, so I've got all the ground beef in the world here, and everything, you know, stocked up on trucks, stocked up on beer, stocked up on liquor, everything we could need.
The general manager tells me they're excited to see their baseball season regulars and to welcome a new batch of Squirrels fans coming out to CarMax Park.
It's bigger, it's better, it's the first time it's open, so everybody's going to want to come see it. So we're definitely prepared for more.
In Richmond, Joel Vazquez, 12 on your side.
All right, Joel, thank you so much. We have a quick reminder. Our team coverage continues all evening long. And while tonight's home opener is sold out, you have your ticket to watch it live on TV. This game will air on CW Richmond, our sister station. The coverage starts in just a few minutes at 6:30. The first pitch is at 7:05. Trey Wilson, your play-by-play man tonight. He is the voice of the Flying Squirrels, so you are certainly in good hands. And again, you've got to check out the Squirrel's Nest when you come in if you're going to be one of the other games for this series against the Altoona Curve, which is tomorrow, and which is the next 2 days. So there's 2 more games. They have these wonderful jerseys. You can get all this stuff checked out. And there's some free swag. You don't have to pay for everything. There's actually some towels that they're giving to the folks that come in through all 3 games of this home opening inaugural series at CarMax Park. I'm Curt Autry, 12 on your side. Jazzy, let's go back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Curt. Have fun out there. And we do need to bring you up to speed on breaking news out of Chesterfield right now. A deadly officer-involved shooting in the southern portion of the county. Franklin White in the First Alert Center with the latest.
Jasmine, the officer who fired his gun now on administrative leave, which is protocol. The suspect's name not yet released. The shooting happened at a home on Fry Terrace this morning. That's near Lakeview Avenue and Brandersbridge Road. So here's what we know so far. A neighbor had called 911 around 9:45 this morning to report a man with a long gun on their property. The caller said the gunman was yelling and even approached their front door. However, the suspect had returned to his own home by the time cops got on the scene. Officer Zan saw the man still armed with that long gun standing in the doorway. It's unclear what happened next, but an officer opened fire and shot the suspect, and of course he died at the scene. Police are also asking for any witnesses to give them a call. Back to you, Jasmine.
Thank you so much, Franklin. New at 6, a Henrico woman reaches out to 12 on your side while she disputes a decision made by Allstate Insurance. She was in an accident that an Allstate insured driver takes full responsibility for. But she says the insurance company is still pointing some blame at her. Now she wants to warn others.
It was inclement weather. It was a first alert weather day. We had really bad storms, and the guy came over on me. He hit me into the grass, but he was very apologetic. Completely his fault.
Tina Kelly walked away from an accident on I-295 without injuries, but is still dealing with a headache from a rainy day in March.
I heard from my insurance the following day asking what had happened. I wasn't sure how they had knew what had happened, but they told me Allstate had contacted them. And they had came back and said that they were only responsible for 85% because there was a 15% chance I could have avoided that accident.
Kelly is a National General Assurance Company customer and says she received this letter from Allstate dated 2 days after the accident, saying their driver was only partially responsible because they claim Kelly failed to take appropriate evasive action in an attempt to avoid a collision.
I was in the left-hand lane. There was a car in the center lane. He said that I was in his blind spot and he didn't see me. And the guy has told them that I would not have been able to avoid that accident.
While she says there was no damage to the other driver's car, Kelly says her car had about $2,000 in damages, and the Allstate driver has offered to personally cover what his insurance company is saying it won't.
I don't think this is fair. It was the elderly couple. They're having to come out of pocket for their deposit. They shouldn't have to come out for the 15%.
Kelly says Allstate won't budge on its decision, so she filed a complaint with the Bureau of Insurance.
I'm a home health nurse, so that is my money. That's how I make my money. Without a car, I can't make money.
And is honest, that 15% impacts her personal budget.
And times are already tough, and they want me to come out of pocket for $300 or $400 that I don't have. I work multiple jobs and still only make ends meet.
While she continues to push back on Allstate's decision, Kelly wants to warn other drivers.
That hit a car, I would expect my insurance company to pay 100%. That hit a car, I would expect my insurance company to pay 100%. Especially if I'm saying it's
Allstate. And in a response, a representative this afternoon is hoping the Bureau of Insurance will look into this situation. Is hoping the Bureau of Insurance will look into this situation. Is hoping the Bureau of Insurance will look into this situation. If you're in an insurance dispute or you're facing anything like this and you want us to look into it, email investigators at 12onyourside.com. You can call 12 right now. 804-995-1212 is the number to reach our volunteers. They will pass your story along to the On Your Side investigators. The lines are open until 6:30.
And weather every 10 minutes or less. We've got a cold night ahead of us. In fact, so cold that there is a freeze warning in effect for our northern and western counties from 2 o'clock in the morning until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Temperatures could go as low as 28 to 32 degrees in those areas. So make sure you protect any tender vegetation. Now, in the city of Richmond, I think we'll drop into the mid 30s, and then highs tomorrow only in the upper 50s. But a warm up is coming soon, and we'll talk about that after the break.